Welcome to the darkness, my friend. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Welcome to the darkness, everybody. Your eyes will adjust in time. Hello, hello. Welcome to Table Stories Nocturne. How is everybody? Oh, CK, sorry, I cropped you weird. Hold on, let me fix that. Whoop, there we go. All done.
I can move.
We're so chatty before we go live, and then the moment we go live, I'm like, how is everybody? And then they're silent.
Well, I don't know if you're asking
speaks.
us or if you're asking the chat. Like, you're doing the intro thing, you know?
But chat can't say anything back, so I guess I've just been asking you. I mean, like, verbally. So,
I was just like,
you know,
who have I been talking to?
Why am I doing what I do now? It's all chat bots. That's it. No one's real.
Oh, God. Reality is subjective.
Chatbots report in.
I have that fear occasionally, like it's that episode of Buffy where she turns out to be in a mental asylum and all her friends are imagined. I'm like, this can't be my real life. This must be a dream.
God, that would be horrific. Sometimes I wonder if we're in a simulation. Let's not talk about
reborn.
That.
I know.
You think
Well,
so?
I mean,
Slippery slope, don't start.
Well, this is the one thing that always like kind of brings me back. It's like, yeah, sure, a lot of things could be happening. A lot of like anything's possible, blah blah blah. But like, what do you choose to believe? That's what always brings me back. Like, what do I choose to believe? I choose to ignore all those possibilities that I don't like, and just be happy. Like,
yeah. Existentialism in its finest. Yeah.
Like, hey, if I'm living a good life and I'm having fun, like, why fuck it up by thinking about like doom and gloom and shit?
Yeah.
Amen.
I think you can do both. You can think about that. Like, I'd say sometimes I walk around and I'm like, I'm most likely in a simulation. And then I still go about my day, and it's not like it's going to ruin everything, but I don't know. Sometimes it's cool to think about, I think.
Sure.
Speaking of weird things to think about, I think our question for today is, which actor or actress would you bring back from the dead? Which sounds like necromancy, but I think we just mean we miss them and we would like to have them back.
Alan Rickman. Alan.
Zeke, what about you?
An actor that's dead that I would like to bring back.
Yeah.
Can I say Kevin Spacey because his career is dead?
Ooh.
Because he was fucking amazing actor. He was an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And fuck him in his ass, of course, but like, man, he was good. I hate it.
Yeah, he was really good.
Like, I lament his career just like I lamented Louis C.K.'s. I was like, God damn it, you guys. You're fucking, this sucks.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Come back to me. I'll think of an actual dead person.
I immediately answered Robin Williams, but only
That's a good choice.
Only if he doesn't suffer, because I think the reason he did it is because he had a mental degrading disease that was going to debilitate him towards the end of his life. So I don't want to bring him back so that he has to go through all of that again. So that's
the thing that he tried to avoid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I saw someone say Heath Ledger, and I was like, yeah, that's a good choice because like cut down on the prime, didn't have a chance to like really, because he won, like he blew me away with the Joker portrayal and stuff like that, like he did a lot of people. But another one that kind of got cut down before like they could really bloom was River Phoenix. I would love to see what River Phoenix would have done, or James Dean would have done. Like,
it's a good choice.
But yeah.
Chris Farley, that's mine. He was like the guy that wanted me to get into comedy and other things like that.
Aww.
Yeah.
I said Brandon Lee. I love the Crow. And that was just the worst. He had such a bright future ahead of him.
God damn it. That was so good. It should have been mine.
I watched the Unsolved Mysteries episode of that whole situation?
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like what had to happen for that accident to occur.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the things that went wrong to lead up to that moment. It's just nuts.
Yeah. And that's why we don't touch prop guns on film sets.
That's why we don't touch.
That's why we don't
weapons.
use real guns as prop guns
Yeah.
on film sets.
'Cause they
But
are-
any, like even a blank fire will kill you. Like that, close enough up, or if it gets some gravel in the barrel, you that's it. Game over.
That's so scary.
Like, just don't touch them.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the first lessons I learned from like doing stage stuff. It's like props mean property of not you unless it is you. You'll know when it's you.
Yeah.
Don't touch props unless they're your props.
Thank you.
But even in that instance, I think it was the person's prop that they were supposed to use, and they fired it, and it just killed him because it had a real live bullet in it.
No, it didn't.
Or it was like it had some sort of.
They think there was some of the casing left in it, or something had got in there. It hadn't been properly checked by the armorer.
Well, it actually had been checked, but what they had done was they took live ammunition and then unloaded it. Like they took it apart and then put the bullets back together and then left it. Yeah. So that's where it fucked up. Yeah. It's pretty intense.
No.
KPP Pax, did you guys have an answer?
I think I would do Scott Wilson or Anton Yelchin.
I have no idea who that is.
Scott Wilson is most known as playing Herschel in The Walking Dead recently, and in a lot of other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anton Yelchin, he's been in a ton of stuff. He was about 28 when he died, and he's been in Alpha Dog, Green Room. He's in Star Trek. He's been in a lot of really good movies, and he got crushed by a car. So,
yeah. I remember that. He was Chekhov in the newer Star Trek movie.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know he died. Wow.
Yeah, it was like a freak accident.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's why they had a memorial for him in like one of the newer movies because they didn't replace him. They're just like, no, can't do that.
Oh.
I think that's what they did. Yeah.
It'd probably have to be a tie between Gene Wilder and Peter Sellers.
Oh,
Wilder.
Sellers. Fuck, that's a good choice.
God, that was a good one.
Those are both really good.
Good choices.
Yeah.
I'm fear. I can fuck.
Oh,
Peter was the shit. Yeah.
God damn, he was good. Who played him in a movie recently?
You talking the Pink Panther movies? Or the movie the one of his life.
Yeah, the biopic.
Ah, damn. I don't know. Damn it. Great. That's gonna bug me all episode.
Someone
I can
chat.
Google it.
Chat will get it done for us.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the episode recap while we look up who this was in this biopic. But it's a couple minutes. It's a hefty one, so enjoy it, and then we'll dive right in. What's happening? Oh.
Nothing. Nothing. Sorry.
I was like, that sounds like an angry cat.
That's what I thought. Adorable.
It is an angry cat.
I love cats.
I love your cat because he lets you do that, but he's so mad.
So unhappy. All right, I'll go ahead and play the recap for last week's episode and get us in the mood a little bit, and then we're gonna dive right into the episode. Okay.
Warning. What you are about to see may contain violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and may leave you doubting who you really are. Proceed at your own risk.
going to the sanctuary. Are you expecting a fight?
Probably. Briar.
Yeah.
Do you know if you have access to Grand Theory? Because I know I can get there on my own. You potentially could find your way to me if I do that.
I can go look.
If I give you something of mine, could you find yourself to me? And I look to Emma and she could.
Why won't you look at me? What is going on?
Just stop. I shot the other Emma. In cold blood,
in front of that bar while you were picking songs on the jukebox.
Take whatever you'd like with you.
They're pointing at Briar's bag.
Just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, I grab my bag and the gun.
I can't bring anyone with me.
Oh,
That's the problem. I'm going to drive.
okay.
Wait. She
She
made
just-
you. Are you able to talk to her at all? Or are you like completely separated now?
I don't know.
The world around you darkens, almost like you're going to pass out, and you find yourself standing in the veil. And before you is a tall, willowy, shadowy creature with a large, wicked, grinning mouth, lots of teeth.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for Briar. Eris.
She's not here right now. You know, there's two of us. In a way. I'm the butcher.
Oh. You
Right
don't-
now, she's looking for a way to get you all there with that dog.
Do you not want her to?
I just want there to be balance. I feel like she's looking for a way to bring you, but she has to find the door first.
If I promise to balance it, will you help her?
They'll soon learn it all comes at a cost.
And that's when you slip out, and your vision returns, and you're standing back in the parking lot.
She'll probably kind of just like her head will be shaking really bad and just kind of like look back at Briar and then look forward and then just start to move, leaving what would be a trail of maggots and flesh. But
Now, Lilith, when you do this, when you look back to see Briar, you don't see Briar. You see a very tall shadow with two heads where Briar was standing.
and I think my instinct will be I'll probably walk forward to where I smell the door
Okay.
and just like let out this disgusting growl, like a dog pointing, like a hunting dog kind of.
Okay.
Can you smell Theo?
After you think this through, you're driving for a couple minutes, you're thinking about what it was like being on the couch with her in her presence, where you could just be reading a book and then look up and see her deep into her own book and just smile to yourself and think about how lovely that is. You're thinking about that. And you're thinking about what you would give to make sure she was safe at the end of all of this, and what you would sacrifice and what you'd be willing to put aside. And all of a sudden, you're at a stoplight. And a sign next to you says, "Welcome to Grand Theory."
Good. I'm coming home.
So yeah, you pick a door. You open it, and you see, "Welcome to Grand Theory."
All right, I'm going to step through and I'll pat my leg.
I'm gonna trot right past her.
No, don't go too far.
I'll spin around and stop.
All right. I got someone gonna come pick me up, us up, take us to wherever we're going. You don't have to accompany me into the event, so to speak. So if I were to say, you're coming to an adult film shoot, I wouldn't be that far from the truth.
Closes the door. He looks at you. My name's Doug.
Doug,
Yeah.
I'm
So
Trick.
So where are we going, Trick?
A 15 minute drive from here, maybe 20. We're gonna go to my place.
We pull up to Trick's driveway. He navigates the way.
No, I'll let him in the garage. I gotta go put in the code on the garage.
Okay. You go in to like punch the code in the garage, and as you go to do that, and as you finish typing in the code, you feel the connection between you and your hound is gone.
The future has a way of arriving unannounced. In the case of this story, the future never comes. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. And nobody knows what's next, but everybody does it. Darkness is their world, and hope is the bright stars that guide them. Welcome to the darkness. Your eyes will adjust in time.
We begin today's episode with Henry, Brian, and Echo. Henry was at his garage door, punching in the code and waiting for it to lift up and reveal something inside. Henry, go ahead and roll for me.
Already? Okay.
Right in.
15, baby.
Would you like to see the truth?
Would I like to see the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a choice. Okay. Yes, I would, of course.
All right. There are 2 cars in your garage.
Now, when you say would I like to see the truth, does Trick know he can choose?
Yes. You can interpret it through role play how you'd like, but it's like that itching at the back of your mind where you know something's off, you know? And you say, I can either look the other way consciously. I don't know if I want to see that.
Right. The reason why I ask is because there's other people here.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if I can tell like what I see that is the truth and what they see, which they might not be the same.
I don't know if I can answer what they see unless they ask me. So you see it though.
I hear it. I mean, I view it as like two like photo negatives on top of each other, and I know which one's which. Okay. Please proceed.
There are 2 vehicles in the garage. You see your SUV, and you see Theo's car.
Okay. I look at them in the car, and I just give them the finger, like 1 second, and I close I go inside and close the garage door.
Okay. And you leave them out in the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what are you doing?
I'm going to look and listen. See if there's anything I see or hear that's, well, out of the ordinary. Is a thing? I don't know. Is that a thing anymore?
Yeah, is that a thing anymore? I think I know what you mean, though. What would be out of the ordinary for you? All right, go ahead and roll one more time for me.
Okay. 5.
Oof.
Got the hot hand tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need it.
Phrasing.
Theo's...
That was on purpose.
Theo's car is kind of pulling you a little. It interests you.
Is it pulling me towards the fucking trunk? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, I take half a step towards the trunk, and I look at the trunk, and I say to the trunk, "Not now, motherfucker.
Okay.
I got work to do." And I walk inside.
Okay. Your pups greet you at the door.
I get down on my knees, even maybe like roll on my back for a second and let them like sniff and lick me and that kind of stuff. Scratch them, give them some lovin's.
They seem very happy to see you. Do you remember the last time you saw them? How long it's been?
Today.
It's true. Today in real time. But
Yeah.
it's felt a little bit longer for you, I would imagine.
Sure. I look at their food bowl.
It's empty, actually.
Yeah. Okay. I look down and I'm like, hang on a second, sweet babies. I don't want to keep my company waiting. I'll be right back. And I go to the front door and I open it and I call them in with my hand.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Doug will go ahead and park, pull the keys out, get out of the car, and wait for Brian and Echo to exit.
Okay. I don't wait for them to come in. I go back inside. I leave the door like cracked, and I go grab the dog food. And it's the dog food I have is ordered, labels out. It's canned. It's high end food. And I open one can each for them and put it in their respective bowls. Make sure the water dish is full or whatever. I probably have one of those like big water tower things that just like keeps it full.
Does Echo and Brian join, or do you guys wait outside? Or do, rather, not does.
Oh, yeah. I have no
You guys
idea.
come in to the main house.
I would just go directly in. Yeah, I don't know anything about the past, about the situation.
Okay, so this is your first time in the house, Brian. It is incredibly clean, tidy. It's a gorgeous. We decided it was like a. Was it in 2-story or? I mean, I know it was 2 stories, but was it an A-frame or what kind of house was it?
Sorry, baby. I know from the past episodes, but I don't know is now. So you don't even have to describe it. I'm good.
Okay. All right. And there are 2 pups here as well.
Oh, hey, look at you guys.
I'll kind of pause in the doorway, looking at them and looking at the house. Something about it is making me feel a little uneasy. And I see the puppies, and I'm just kind of trying to suss out what they're going to be like with me. I really, really want to pet them, but I'm a little nervous.
They're very friendly.
Oh, then I'm straight down on the floor on my knees, giggling and letting them lick my face.
Nice dogs you got there.
They are, aren't they? Let's see, they like that one.
Indeed.
It's a good puppy.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Did I can't remember. Did we acquired an item, a flask, from somebody at the Rabbit? Did they ever give that to you?
Yep, I got it.
Can I borrow it?
Sure. I pull out the flask out of my pocket and I hand it right over to him.
Doug in there. He's on his way in. He said his payment was going to be the liquor that was no longer produced. And since everything seems to fit like puzzle pieces, I'm guessing it's the mechanic 21 that you got in that flask there. So I'm just gonna pour out a glass.
21.
Yeah.
Why that?
It's has to do with another Brian. You want to know?
Spare me the details. Don't worry about it. Never mind. Forget I asked.
That's the only thing that
oh, go ahead.
That's the only thing that snaps me out of the puppy adoration moment I'm having, like this talk of another Brian, and then he doesn't want to know about it, which seems curious to me, but then I'm distracted by the puppies again.
Well, if the hawker was true to his word, I can pour this out and it will never deplete itself. It's some sort of ever-filling flask of whatever. So I'm gonna grab a glass. I'm gonna pour some in there and I'll give you back the flask. Deal?
Yep, I can hold on for it. Yep, I can hold on to it.
I go to the door, see where Doug's at.
It looks like he is taking a call on his phone. He's standing at the car still.
Okay.
But
I'll just
if
go.
you wait, then yeah, he'll come in after a minute.
Yeah, I'll just go inside, grab a rocks glass and start pouring like 3-4 fingers of this whiskey.
You'll roll for me.
Okay. 74.
Water comes out of the flask.
I smell it, like
Smells like nothing.
take a little bit of a taste.
It's water.
I take a little, just the tiniest nip off of the flask itself.
Roll again.
81.
This is fucking water in this flask.
I put the cap back on. I hand it back to Brian. Well, as you can see, and I show him the glass, might only work for you, man. Because it's water for me. Maybe that's how the magic works. Guess we'll have to find another bottle of impossible to find whiskey.
Let me see that.
Okay.
So I grab it and I just open the. Okay, wow, this actually is seized. Okay. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Open it and I just give it a smell. What do I smell?
You don't smell anything.
No, just the tinge of the tin itself.
Man, we might have. I really hope we didn't get taken. That hawker was a shady motherfucker, but he didn't seem like a liar.
He's not. Shady. Yeah. Liar. Not his style so much. But wording. You gotta pay attention to the wording. That's what's key.
Yeah.
Well, okay. How do you think this thing works? Can I go to the kitchen?
Please.
So I go over to
Casa.
Thank you. So I go over to the kitchen sink and I just open it up and I tip it upside down and I leave it on the drain. And I walk away for a bit.
Water is pouring out of it.
Okay.
And it continues to pour out of it.
I can just hear it going down the drain, just going down.
Yep.
All right. Question, Henry. Do you have anything for non-alcoholic friends? Like maybe a dealcoholized beer? Shot in the dark.
I mean, I don't have non-alcoholic or virgin beverages, but I have water and juice and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, we can try some here. Let me try some. So I go to the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen, sorry. I go to the fridge, open up the fridge. I find whatever readily drink I see. Milk, orange juice. I'm gonna say orange juice. Sure, why not?
Yep.
And I grabbed the orange juice out. I pour a glass, and I start drinking it. And I pick up the flask and watch the liquid on the flask and see if anything changes.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. 8.
Would you like it to be orange juice?
I'm trying to imagine it to be orange juice.
Then it's orange juice. It changes to orange juice.
And then I stop drinking. And I'm looking at it now.
It's still orange juice.
I show that to Trick so that he can see the color change of it. I point at him. I point at the liquor cabinet. I tell him to look at a drink. You try. And I put the flask back down the sink, just letting it pour orange juice into the sink. Because it's a fun little trick with the glass. I'm kind of semi enjoying this flask.
So how does this work? I grab the flask and I think about something, or
it's the bar on wheels, I think. So pick what you want, think it, taste it, know it, touch it. It should change. Give it a whirl.
All right. I I go into the sitting room where I have like a nicely stocked like little mini bar, and I look at the Bombay Sapphire gin, and I look at it and I think about it, and then I like take a little taste of the flask.
Tastes exactly like you expect it to. It's gin. Very strong.
It works. And I also forgot, I fucking hate gin.
Problem solved. All right, good.
All right. So, do I have to look at the? Can I just? Okay, I'm gonna remember what the bottle of McHenrick looks like. I'm gonna picture it. Picture the label. I can see the factory like printed on the label, like in the background. I can see the big 21, like in red letters on it. And I'm gonna think about it, and then I'm gonna give it one more little taste and see if it has changed.
Okay, as you are thinking about this, both you and Brian rolled incredibly well. Brian, you're fully awake in this rendition of yourself. I think you would know that if he's had this booze before, it'll work better if he imagines it where he was standing when he had it previously.
Okay.
Those things matter.
Have you had this drink you're trying to concoction up right now? Have you had that before?
Very little years ago.
Do you remember where you had it?
Yeah, it was at a party. Remember, I had it at a party, and someone saw me drinking on something else, and ordered 2 shots of it, and said this is the best whiskey, blah blah blah, and then I had it there.
Oh, okay. So not in the house. Yeah, I've never had it here before then. No.
Not here. No.
You had,
I just stocked it.
You had this. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Okay. That would also count if you were near where you had it stored. Anywhere where it actually...
I can see the empty space where the bottle used to be.
That would work.
Okay, so I'll tell him that.
Yeah.
I mean, I stocked it on this bar right there. I mean, you can see there's a little space where the bottle used to be.
Okay, well, try this then. Go over to that liquor cabinet, stand right where you'd be if you were pouring a bottle, and just imagine grabbing that bottle and dumping it into the flask.
Okay. I do all that.
The stronger the memory, the better the connection's going to be with that thing. It's a lot like the bar.
I close my eyes. I picture myself pouring myself a glass. Pouring other Brian a glass.
What did it smell like?
It smelled to me, it smelled like oak and fire, and underneath there's a fear that I feel underneath it.
What are you afraid of?
I connect it to my father because he was a whiskey guy. And I just take the glass, keep my eyes closed, and kind of like just pour it into there and like smell it as it's going.
You remember that freeze that you would get when you hear your dad come home?
Yeah.
You get that right now as you're pouring this into or as you're imagining pouring this into the flask for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can smell the whiskey coming from the flask.
And then I open my eyes to see if it's that familiar brown color.
It is.
Okay.
You hear Echo bursting into fits of giggles from the side of the room. Not at what you're doing, just the puppies, but there's something about it that seems ill-fitting for what's happening.
Yeah. It kind of pulls me out of it. I look at the glass. I mean, I keep pouring it in the glass until it's like near full. And then realize what I'm doing, and then like, oh shit, put it down. And well, actually, I take it and I bring it over to Brian. Some strong magic you got, brother.
Not my magic.
Fair enough. I hope this is enough for him. I mean, I'd probably get a grown man drunk. You think?
Oh yeah.
And I go
Very
back. I set the glass down. Actually, you know what? I don't set the glass down because I'm afraid if I set the glass down, I'll turn fucking back into water again. So I'm just gonna keep it in my goddamn hand.
Okay.
And I'll walk into the foyer where I'm sure I see Echo just like giggling and playing with the dog.
I'm full on like on my back at the moment with puppies just licking my face, giggling like a lunatic.
Doug has entered and closed the front door behind him at this point, by the way.
Come on in, Doug.
Should I take my shoes off or?
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be wonderful.
No, I don't mind.
Pardon our friend. She's really passionate of dogs.
Yeah, I see that.
That's so lucky.
So I'm sort of on a tight schedule here, so okay.
I get you. I got something for you. I had to guess, but take a whiff of that.
Oh, that's the, and he'll lean forward and smell it. Oh yeah. I need it kind of to go though. I'm not going to drink it. I need it for something else.
Okay.
Thanks though. Like, to go cup, coffee cup, anything.
Yep. I'll let's see.
You got an old
I probably got
toolbox?
like a mug, like one of those, like something you bring to like Starbucks or something with a removable
Okay.
coffee thing. So I go to the cupboard, I pour it into that, I screw the top on.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. I'm just gonna leave it by the door here, and then I'll grab it when we're done. So what's
good.
happening here?
Well, you're gonna accompany me to the basement. We're gonna do 2 scenes. One of them is you filming and calling out directions while I perform on myself. And when that's done, the next scene, because it happened very quickly. Next scene is you asking me how comfortable I am with men. And
Look up at that.
we have a conversation, very short conversation, where the gist of it is, if there's money in it, I'll do whatever. And then you perform oral on me, and we have intercourse. You are on the bottom, I'm on the top, and I'll just guide you from there. Anything you have a problem with there?
Nope, sounds easy enough.
All right.
Do you go down? Does anybody else go down with Henry and Doug down into the basement? Or are you both going to stay upstairs?
I'm still on the floor and I'll be watching to see what Brian does because I'm very curious about what's happening, but I feel kind of bonded to him after the stuff with the bar, and he's been kind, and I'm aware that I'm kind of out of my depth right now.
Well, before we go down, I just look to either one of you or to both of you. You're welcome to stay up here, make yourself at home. If you want to come down, you can. I'm not shy. So.
If you do your work, and I can occupy myself up here. Echo, you were talking about checking things out.
Was that?
You want to watch?
Few seconds. It's not for what you think it is. Okay. No, yeah, I think.
All right.
I feel a little strange about it, like I might have disappointed him or something, but I'm too curious.
All right.
It's actually, Henry, you'll probably realize it's probably better for you because it's stronger, more power if it's as close to an exact reenactment as possible. So if no one else was there watching you, you will do better if it's just the two of you down there.
Okay.
Okay.
So if I would, that's something I would know, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you
So
would know
I
that
would,
now.
okay, I would have to, then if I could retcon, like inviting them downstairs.
Yeah.
For that reason. Like, you guys go ahead and make yourself at home. I'd invite you down, but in order to do this right, it's got to be just me and him because that's the way it was when it was. So I'll be back up in a little bit. Probably take a break in between scenes.
Okay.
So Henry is going to lead Doug downstairs. Doug looks wildly uncomfortable. You'll note he's kind of sweating a little bit. But he heads downstairs with Henry, leaving just the two of you upstairs. And actually, we're going to switch scenes here.
No sex for you guys yet.
We are going to join Briar and Emma. So you guys have just stepped through. What do you do?
I'm still in dog form, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
I imagine you're not in spectral hound if you've crossed the
No,
threshold.
just
regular
dog.
pup. Okay.
Yep, just regular dog. And I think when we ended, she had told me to stop and not go anywhere. So I just spun around and looked at her. And I think I'm feeling weird because I don't know how to make independent decisions. And I don't have anyone to tell me what to do. So I'm just going to stare at her and wait.
I'm going to look behind me. Is the door still there?
It's gone.
Do you want to stay as a dog or?
No, I'll go back to human form.
Okay.
And stand up and just kind of look at her. Did we just walk through the wrong door?
I don't know. I mean,
it doesn't smell different.
No. I mean, it's Grand Theory. Where are we exactly?
You are right at the entrance to the city. You're on the road, and it says, "Welcome to Grand Theory." There are no vehicles around you. There is a heavy fog in the area. You can see a couple yards, but that's about it before it gets...
I'm going to pull my phone out of my pocket. Do I have a signal?
You do, actually.
Here, let me try something. I'm going to dial my own number and call it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me. Um,
83.
It rings, actually, instead of going straight to voicemail. And on the 6th ring, you hear a click and a pickup. Hi, this is Sherry. I'm not available to take your call right now. Please leave a message. Or don't.
I hang up before it beeps.
Okay.
You calling a friend?
No, I called my own number and someone named Sherry has it.
Oh, God. Call my number. I don't even have a phone on me. Call my number. I'm going to grab the phone really quick and type my number into it.
I'll just let her have it.
Okay. Do you want me to roll?
Yes, please.
Secretly or?
Public is
Doesn't
fine.
matter. Public, okay. Oh, God. Redfield.
It goes straight to voicemail. But you recognize this voicemail. What does your phone sound like when you are at work in the hospital and it goes straight to your voicemail?
It would say something like, "I'm busy, and if you don't know my schedule, you had no reason to call me anyways." Beep. But my voice?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just gonna pull it away from my face. Mine's still there.
Did you hang up?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll take my phone back. Oh, let's call the professor, because if he were in the right...
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, what if we're all here? Oh,
okay,
wait. We can't do that. Don't we? Isn't that why the trick and the... We can't...
Yeah, well, we can go back. I mean, get them if this is the right door.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, yeah, call him.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to call Theo. Excuse me, the professor. I'll dial his number.
Some professor he is.
Roll one more time for me.
22 in doubles.
Theo, your phone rings.
It's ringing.
Yes?
Professor? It's Briar.
Oh my God, did you make it?
I think so. I mean, I called you and you answered, so... I'm gonna put it on speaker.
You've made it.
Maybe?
Well done. That wasn't what I was expecting. No, I just made it as well. I'm going to,
and I send them an address to an apartment complex.
Is it the apartment complex? It's
not the warehouse, but
okay.
it is the apartment complex.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I'm already there. I'll meet you out in the parking lot.
Okay, we'll head over now. I guess we'll see you soon.
Yes, I'll see you there soon.
Okay. And I hang up on him. Guess we just go here. Emma, I mean, I'll just put it in Google Maps.
Okay. Are we gonna walk?
How far is it? from where we are right now?
10, 15 minutes drive. Oof. Yeah. So it'd be like 45 minutes to an hour walk, probably.
I mean, you could technically get there faster than I could.
Can't you just the curtain? Is that not a thing we can do to just skip?
I mean, I've never tried, but I guess since we know where we're going, I can give it a shot.
I mean, I can't. I'm not letting you ride me.
No, I wasn't going. I was going to say that you go check it out. You make sure he's there, and I'll like find an Uber or something.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. That's fine. I'm sorry.
Back. I mean, would that even work?
I mean, it's strong. It might, but I don't think I'm nice to feel in that form.
I mean, I'm not worried about that if it worked. I mean, I don't want to make you uncomfortable though.
I mean, how do you feel about? Okay,
we'll try the curtain first.
Yeah, I feel really weird. I don't think we're in the right place. I don't feel trick anymore.
You don't feel trick?
At all. And I don't know if you noticed, but the shit he put on my neck is pink now. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, you had like a ball gag or something, right?
Yeah. It was like something straight out of a fetish book. Now I look like a fucking kitten.
Yeah, that's not right.
I don't think.
I'm gonna turn around and see if I can get back into the Veil to bring us to the coordinates that Professor gave us.
I need you to roll twice. You start to feel a little unwell, Briar. When you turn around to go and create this curtain, you start to feel a headache creeping up in the back of your head, in the lower back of your head. A little nauseous.
And turn around too fast.
And when you are trying to use this curtain, this would be creating a new ability. So I want you to describe what exactly you would be trying to do. You're trying to pull the curtain to teleport, basically?
I'm trying to pull the curtain, in a way to teleport where you kind of pull it aside and you walk from one place to the next that you want to go to.
Okay. Okay. But not directly going into the Veil. In the reality that you're currently in, you just want to peel back and
in
move
some
distance.
ways, I think Briar's trying to see it. I'm trying to see if I can do that, but that if I step into the Veil, it's not the end of the world. I'll just realize, oh, I can't do this. So I'm trying to like access the curtain in general and hoping that I can just go to where the professor gave us coordinates for.
All right. I believe you have, you'll be rolling against your avatar skill.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll for us and let's see if this curtain works.
I need buses, please.
Yeah, some serious buses.
Buses in the chat.
52.
What is your skill, though?
My avatar skill?
Yeah.
45.
Oh, okay.
My soul's 65.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, you pull back this curtain and you see a parking lot.
I'll hold it back and look at Emma. I guess we just go through. I mean, I think this is the right place.
I mean, it can't be worse than what we did, right?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay. I'll step through and I'll keep my hand holding it open for her.
And I'm going to just slide in next to her.
Nothing happens to you. You just step out into a parking lot.
Before I let go of it, I'm going to pull out my phone and I'm going to see if the coordinates match up.
So how are you doing that? Are you using like Google Maps?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're closer, but you kind of went instead of going directly to your path, you kind of maybe went 10 minutes north a little bit, but you are a little bit closer. You would have to do this again, or you'd have to walk maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But at least you're within walking distance now.
Hey, it's not like I'll let the curtain fall behind me. It's not perfect, but we could walk the rest of the way, or I could try again. I'm showing Emma my phone.
Yeah. Try again?
Okay.
I guess. I don't.
I'm gonna
Is
pull up
it
a Google
hurting you?
Street View.
Mm-hmm.
So I can
so you can imagine it before
Yeah.
you go. Okay. Have you ever been to Grand Theory before, Briar?
I've probably driven through it on, like, if I was going on. Is there bigger stores in Grand Theory than there are? Yeah, I've been there for shopping and stuff.
Okay. Okay. So, all right, go ahead and roll one more time, but you'll have a shift because you have been here before and you're trying to visualize it now.
Okay.
Rather than just using numbers.
2.
Yeah. Describe what this is like and what it feels like, most importantly, because now when you do this, you have no doubt in your mind that you know what you're doing. So, how is it different from how you just did it?
I pull up the Google Street View and I close my eyes and I visualize it. And then without even opening my eyes, I reach for the curtain, almost feel like a buzzing towards my hand. And the curtain opens without me touching it. And then when I open my eyes, what I've seen is on the other side of the curtain.
That's good.
Okay, I think this is it.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk in next to her.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk through and I'll check my phone to make sure. I mean, it looks right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the place that you saw in Google Street View, and these are the coordinates, and this is accurate. However, for the audience, as that curtain closes behind Briar, where they were in the parking lot, there is someone that we see in the tree line. They are about 5'8" or 5'9". They're wearing a hood, dark clothes, and they are wearing a mask. And they step back into the tree line. And we move back to the two of you.
Do we see them?
You did not know. The audience does, but you did not.
Okay, so...
So are you like a god now?
I don't know, but...
Is there anything you can't do?
Yeah, there's a lot I can't do. I mean, I couldn't find this place.
Briar. You just teleported us.
You know, can you imagine if we ever get out of this? Like, we can go on trips and stuff.
Oh my, I mean, we could do that right now.
Thought about it.
But
we're here now, though, and the professor might see us, so it's probably a bad idea.
You're probably right. I don't like that guy.
No. He gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't trust him.
Has he given you a reason to?
I don't know. He just doesn't seem right.
I'm gonna scan the
metal.
Like metal?
Like irony metal.
Like blood? That's copper.
Like a penny. It's not like people.
Yeah.
And they smell like food. I wouldn't eat him.
Like if you put a bunch of pennies in your mouth?
Yeah.
I did that when I was a kid. It was gross.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's how I feel every time I'm around that guy. It's just whatever. I guess he's the only one that can do this. Whatever this is. Is he here? Wasn't he supposed to be here?
I'm gonna scan the parking lot.
This is an apartment complex now, but yeah, you are still in a parking lot to the apartment complex, but you see a couple cars, but you don't see your Subaru, which is, I think, probably what you're looking out for, because that's what he drove. You don't see the Subaru, and you don't see anybody standing out in this parking lot, no.
Well, I don't think I would remember this. Do I remember what apartment he lived in?
Theo's apartment is in.
Oh, and
Athmore.
that's right. This is a different place.
This
Okay,
is a
then
different
never mind.
apartment. Yeah. Okay.
I'll text him. I'm gonna text him. Where are you? We're here.
There is no response.
Should we call him? Is
Yeah,
that needy?
Needy? I mean, we're.
You're right. Call that guy. Call him.
For him to
I don't
ghost
like him.
us right now. I'm gonna call him.
Theo, your
Put
phone.
on speaker.
Theo, your phone is ringing.
Yes, Briar.
Yeah, we're here. Where are you?
Well, I'm looking out the window right now.
The window. I mean, I don't see the car. What number? What apartment are you in?
Oh, no, I'm in 521.
Yeah, but did you drive the car?
Yes, I got here. Oh God, you're not actually here, are you?
I mean, we're in the parking lot. If I scan the building, do I see a 521?
Yes, you do.
I mean, I see the number you're talking about. I just don't see the Subaru.
The curtains are not. The curtains are closed for the apartment.
I think you're in the wrong
place. You need to get out of there. I don't think you're where you're supposed
to be.
Okay. I guess maybe I have a lot of questions, but I guess we'll go back.
Try it again. I don't think it worked.
Okay.
I don't think it worked.
Yeah, I don't think it worked either. Okay, I guess we gotta go. We gotta figure this out. I'm gonna hang up on him. Should we check?
I'm guessing it didn't work.
I don't.
I mean, he told me I can literally locate anyone in the world with my nose, but I don't know if that crosses a timeline. I don't think I can smell him if he's not here.
I don't think it's can you smell, if he was here right now, would you be able to smell him? That iron copper penny smell?
Yeah. Do I smell it?
You'll have to roll for me. However, I will tell you, you are in your human form, so it'll be much harder for you to smell anything in your human form. In your dog form, you might be able to smell something. The way that it usually works, just so that everyone understands your ability, is when you're a human, you have heightened senses still. When you're a pup, you have dog-like senses. And when you're in your spectral form, you have supernatural senses. And then you have an ability that allows you to sense wherever that person is, anywhere in the world. And you have used it once before, but we don't really know the extent of where it goes from here, because like anything in this world, magic changes and shifts the way you use it. So it could potentially allow you to interdimensionally find someone, but we haven't tried it yet.
Okay. I'm going to look at Briar and sigh. All right. I'm going to do the thing.
Okay.
It's going to suck. I don't know if I can talk to you here. So should we come up with sign language for yes and no?
I could hear you in there. Can I hear her out here?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I mean, I guess it's probably good to have it as a backup plan, and I could hear you in the veil. Maybe I can hear you out here, but just in case I can't.
Okay. A no, I'll scratch the ground with my right paw.
Okay.
And a yes, I'll sit.
Okay.
I'm a fucking dog. Briar!
I know.
How do I get a job?
It'll be fine. We just gotta get through this, and then we're gonna figure it out. We are gonna have to pick up the pieces.
Okay. It's gonna be fine. I fucking hate this. Okay. here we go. And I'm just going to burst all over her into flesh and guts and maggots, and in the place will just be like this heaving, molting, bloody, bony, maggoty dog, resembling somewhat of a pit bull. I'm going to shake my head and maggots will fly off everywhere.
This is your dog form or your spectral form?
Spectral.
Okay. Keep in mind that does take charges to change into your spectral form.
It takes minor charges, right?
Yeah, minor. Yep. You have two. You have two significant, and you have a shit ton of minor. But I just want to make sure you're keeping track.
I am. Thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna kind of pace in a circle and like sniff the ground a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to sniff real hard and see if I can smell him anywhere in the area. Not my special smelly ability.
Okay.
Just do I smell the penny smell?
You do not. You smell a lot of other smells.
Can I smell anyone I know? Ooh, okay.
Yep, go ahead and roll, because I knew you were going to say that.
All right, let's... 34.
So you're sniffing the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going anywhere else? Or are you just doing it in spot?
No, I think I'm pacing up and down. If we're in the parking lot, I'd probably start pacing the cars.
Do you go near the building?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be, I'd probably go up the stairs and see if I could smell him anywhere.
Oh, then hell yeah. You smell the faint, coppery scent coming from 501.
Okay, I'm going to trot up to 501 and just sit in front of it.
Can I hear her thoughts?
You cannot. Not here.
So I'll just go up the stairs.
You cannot see her either in this form, by the way, but I'm sure you could hear her patting around on the ground. But just so you're aware, you cannot see her.
My nasty tail will be wagging.
You can hear her. Yeah, you can hear her patting on the ground as she's like moving around.
Okay, then I'd probably follow her wherever she was going.
Okay.
So if I went to touch her, would I be able to feel her?
Yeah, you can feel her when you touch her, but you can't see her.
Okay. So I reach down and start touching her. Sorry, I'm just doing this to make sure you're sitting. And I touch down her back. But then I start petting her
arms so she knows it's okay.
Yeah, so I'll just start like petting her just instinctively and notice that she's sitting. And so what's the door number?
I misspoke. It's 521.
Okay. I guess let's go in, even though I can't see her. I'm still talking to her. And I'm going to knock on the door.
Coming! You hear feet.
Okay.
And the door opens, and standing before you is Adisa Bello. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Wait, whoa.
What? Shitting me?
Shut the fuck up! I just smelled Adisa! What?
Well.
What?
Wow. Well. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We shall return, everybody. Take a bathroom break, stretch your legs, wash your piss mittens. If you have a Twitch Prime and you haven't used it yet, or it's September, everything's half off, please consider throwing some love the way of one of these fabulous role players. If you'd like to support Table Story, you can do that by heading over to our Patreon. We've got some cool shit, including a video that Whack took of his cat. Not that that's like should be your main focus, but it should be because it's really cute. But we have interviews with the GMs talking about lore. We have adventures for you and your table. You can... What are you doing? What's he doing?
I was just subliminally telling people to sub to PB.
Oh. And we're going to go to break. And thank you. Love you all. And we'll be back. Bye.
Table Stories Nocturne. We'll be right back. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Table Stories Nocturne. We'll be right back. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Table Stories Nocturne. We'll be right back. Sit. Stay. Good girl.
we return to Theo. Theo, where are you?
I am driving to Adisa's apartment.
Right. Okay. And what's this drive like for you? Because it's been quite a while.
Yeah, I don't get to make the drive that often. It's not too many cycles I actually make it this far. I feel like in this one it's probably been maybe a year or so. Nostalgic is maybe the right word. It hasn't changed. Everything looks exactly like I left it, which makes sense.
What does it look like?
It's a mid-sized town, Grand Theory. It's not a small little town. It's probably one of the bigger ones in this area, the place that people go shopping, the place that if you were going to travel for a touristy festival, you might, even if it's in Athmore, maybe you'd stay here if you wanted somewhere a little nice, maybe an actual hotel instead of a motel. Because it's in the middle of nowhere, streets are actually pretty clean. There's a good amount of activity. People would be walking on the streets. Like it's a safe place and people are friendly and everyone knows each other. That's kind of that town. Mid-sized for the area is maybe a better word. It's, yeah. That's what it would be normally.
Did she ask you to move here? Did you consider moving here for her?
Yes and yes. We discussed it a long time and realized it would probably be better not to because I still have to work in Athmore and she still wants to and has to work here in Grand Theory. So we ended up doing kind of weekends together a lot of the time. We'd trade apartments. So she'd stay at my place for a while. I'd stay at her place for a while. If maybe I had a few days off in the middle of the week, I might go travel up and vice versa. There's a lot of like apartment sharing.
Which apartment did you prefer?
Hers. I think I had mentioned before that my apartment in Athmore was very clean, very tidy, very neat, and that was a lot of because of her. So her habits kind of bled over in that sense, but I still always preferred her place because it felt more homey. Still very neat and tidy, but still it was so welcoming. Like it was made to receive a guest and keep them there for a long time.
So you arrive. I don't want to say you get into the apartment because I don't know. Would you go into the apartment right away? Would you sit in your car?
Just for a little bit, just to look and see, like, are the curtains drawn? Are they open?
They are closed.
And you'd expect that. That's usually how it is. But at this point, there's no point in not taking a moment to check. Theo's basically always had time. So he kind of just is looking to see if there's anything out of place. So I'd like to use Uncanny Sight.
Yeah, go for it.
81.
Ooh, it is 1 PM for you, I think. So the time window has passed. So you know she's not there.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's sitting with you while you sit in this car. You're like, she's not in there.
And I've never been able to beat her from leaving when I've tried. So she's always gone by the time I get here.
Yeah.
I know roughly when she leaves, but I can never get here before then.
What time does she leave roughly?
I believe the call was at 11 every day.
Yeah.
And it was usually about 11:30 is when I kind of gathered that she had left the apartment.
Yeah.
She was kind of excited, heading toward the sanctuary. And I think the earliest I've ever been able to get here is about noon. So I'd be kind of like the just misser sort of thing. When I'd anticipate it, wake up, try to drive here, something would happen on the way to the drive, and I'd lose a number of hours before I could even get here.
What do you do now, Theo?
As usual. My book. Get out of the car. Take the keys with me. This is the Subaru and not even my car. Unlock the car and go up the stairs to Adisa's apartment.
You have a key, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We had keys for each other's apartments.
So you go in. The key, obviously it fits, turns in. You don't hear anything. And you go inside. What do we see? What does this apartment look like?
Very modern. So kind of those like the matte black and silver kitchenware.
Okay.
Kind of semi nice but well loved, like, pleather couches. So like they're not quite ripping and fading, but like you can tell that it's got the creases from being sat on. Kind of like you would see, it's not a big apartment at all. It'd be like a maybe 2-bedroom apartment. So you'd have your office, you'd have the bedroom, and then you'd have the living room and kitchen next to each other when you enter the apartment.
You said not a big apartment at all. And here, Toronto, I'm like, okay, so like 500 square feet. And then you're like 2 bedrooms probably. And I'm okay.
I mean, for a small town, that's a standard, your standard.
Small towns have bigger apartments for the same price you'd get a closet here in Toronto.
Exactly.
So yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very tidy. There'd be some papers probably on the not the desk, but the table next to one of the armchairs, of just nothing in particular. Probably some research notes that I've gone through dozens of times trying to see if there are any clues to the ritual, and there aren't. Every time I checked, it was just something on anthropology that I had written, or
But
nothing.
This time is different. So do you check anything again?
Yeah, I
Everything?
checked the papers just to see if maybe there's something I missed or something that there is there this time.
Same old papers, anthropology notes you took, things like that.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to find here?
I'm not sure. Part of the routine. Make it to Grand Theory. Check her apartment just to see if something changed. To see if maybe she's still here this time.
Yeah.
I know that she's not. But
It's at this time that your phone rings, and then you have the conversation with Briar and Emma.
and go to the window during that conversation
Yeah,
and open
and
it
they're
up
not there. Yep.
and tell them that this is wrong and they didn't make it.
Now, what are you thinking when you realize they went to the wrong place? What is your thought process like?
A bit of panic, which is what I tried to convey to them. Panic
Yeah.
that they may have screwed this up. They need to get here.
Panic because are you worried for them?
Worried that it might be messed up. This is our last shot. And after all the call and the conversation, go to the bedroom, do my normal sweep, see if anything's changed, which I'll roll for that. 97.
Oof, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just need to look something up. Please go ahead. I am still listening.
And go to and just take a seat on the bed and think for a moment, because I want to see her again. But actually her, not the monster, not what I keep seeing.
You haven't seen her other than the monster form, right? For the past 8 years.
Yeah.
And other than her body in the back of your trunk, right?
Yeah.
That's not really, but that's not an enjoyable experience.
Right.
Are you going to wait here for them, Theo?
No. I'm going to do something a little different this time. I head into the bathroom and look for her hairbrush.
Yeah, her hairbrush is there.
Go and pull off a number of like clumps of hair that are usually stuck on a hairbrush.
Good sir. All right. I'm listening. What are we doing with this hair?
Holding on to it for now.
Okay.
And I pocket it.
All right. Are you taking anything else?
Yeah, I look for her knife.
Ooh. Go ahead and roll for me.
I never saw her use a knife, but 49 because of Izzy having one. He's thinking maybe there's some similarities he wasn't realizing at first.
So, where do you look for this knife?
He's looking in all the bathroom drawers, as if you're going to do anything drastic. You're going to probably do it in the bathroom where you can clean up easier.
There's nothing in the bathroom.
And then from there, he'll go and look into the bedroom and look in the nightstands and then the dresser, if there's nothing in the nightstands.
There is something in the bedside. It
What?
is actually a casing in which a pen would sit. The pen is not in it, but you can surmise it definitely. It's as Izzy said, which I think she had said out loud before, that she had a pen that she kept.
Yeah, pen or maybe even a pen knife, I think.
Yeah, it was a pen knife, yeah.
Yeah.
But the box, if you pull the box out and look at it, that's exactly what it is, the box.
Yeah.
And it's got the like velvet on it so that you could just lay it in there. And yeah.
So yeah, he takes that pen knife box, places the hair in that so it's not loose, and then pockets that whole thing. And then moves to the dresser and starts digging through to see if there's anything he missed this time or if something's different outside of clothes and whatnot.
Are you angry at finding this part that you didn't know about?
Concerned, not angry.
Concerned for her or concerned for your relationship?
For her.
Why?
He's starting to piece together that this ritual wasn't. Well, he's known that the ritual wasn't good based on how everything turned out. But he never knew what it was for and still doesn't quite.
Okay.
But yeah.
When you're searching, are you doing anything else to help aid you in your search? Or are you using your aura sight or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll be using my aura sight because she was one of the few people, as we've found in the past, that he could kind of catch traces of her scattered around things.
I've also just been assuming that because of how you've described your relationship and your affection for her and your unwavering trust in her, I've just been assuming these last 8 years of you looking around, you've just kind of written it off. But now that you actually have evidence that there may have been some secrets she kept from you, yeah, I will let you go ahead and roll.
6. Way under my skill.
Oh yeah. So describe what this is like when you light up the aura sight and you go looking around the apartment.
So now that Theo's a Wraithborn, his aura sight works just a little bit differently. Before he kind of had to defocus like in a, the magic picture books, whatever those were called, where you had to like defocus and you could see the image behind stuff. And that's how he'd kind of activate it. now it's more like he partially goes a little spectral to kind of look more.
And where does he look first? Oh God, I just lost all sound. Did my cat? Oh my God. One sec. I'm so sorry. Please go on. My cat just sat on the mute button.
That is all right. Muting everyone or muting just you?
It was just you. It was just you muted.
Okay.
So you went
No
into your
worries.
spectral form, and where do you go and search first?
So he doesn't go into spectral form, but he like almost
Okay.
does.
Okay.
To make it easier to catch the auras, which are more or less a part of the spectral. That's why he was able to see them in the first place. So that's kind of what he does. He more or less partially like pulls himself into that realm just enough to start seeing bits and pieces of it. And so he's now looking for anything with very recent residue, very recent aura of Adisa. What she would have gone to first or next.
Ooh, okay. When you look in with your aura sight, everything lights up, and you can see, her aura that you recognize, and then you can also see residue of something else, like her aura mixed with a different color that you're not expecting.
Does it look similar to her monstrous form?
Yeah, it does, actually.
Yeah.
It does. And it leads to a wall in the apartment on the right-hand side of the bathroom. And
Anything
that
else
strikes you as odd.
Yeah. Before I checked that out, was there anything else that stood out in the dresser?
There's nothing else in the dresser, no.
Okay. Just clothes and such. All right. Well, then Theo walks over to that wall and starts looking to see where it's concentrated, probably for a handprint or something like that, where someone might press or push, because this strikes him as very odd. And why would she walk up to a wall without doing something to it?
There doesn't appear to be anything standing out from the wall with your regular human eyes or with your aura sight. Are you feeling around the wall?
Absolutely.
Okay, and do you limit it to the wall?
If it no, if nothing is found there, you'd maybe go around to the other side of that wall. So if you said it's in the bathroom?
No, so the wall, it leads to, her aura continually goes to this wall next to the bathroom, but when you go into the bathroom, it's just the bathroom. It's to the right side of the bathroom, and there is actually space behind the bathroom.
I mean, he'll be feeling around to hit on it a couple of times to see
hollow.
if it sounds hollow. Yeah. So I'm going to start looking around to see if I can find something that'll push it, or if there's any seams that he can notice, anything, if this is what I think he is, which is a room behind this.
Yeah, there is no seam or anything that you can see, unfortunately.
What are you doing, Adisa? And he plops onto the bed and goes spectral.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me.
I would like to declare a goal. And that goal is specifically, what was she hiding?
Okay.
Finding out what she was hiding from me.
So this, just so the audience is clear, this means any roll that you make while this is declared related to this, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
That is a 51, which matches my skill.
I will say yes.
Okay. Then I will roll again.
Okay.
We're going spectral, which I will make a 17 by
you will
flipping
change
it.
that. Okay. So I think, why don't you go ahead and describe this for us? Because it is your ability to switch that. So what is it like when Theo starts to go spectral, feels like he's going to fail, and then tenacity pulls through and he forces himself to go through?
So Theo's walking a path. That is the whole thing of the pilgrim, and especially being an avatar of the pilgrim. And when he's found his goal, something is very clear in front of him. He can tell when he's slipping off of that path and readjusts his balance, kind of like pulling out like a tightrope walker's balance, and kind of like readjusts so he kind of leans back onto where he needs to be. It feels almost like he's jerking himself away from where he doesn't want to go.
Okay. You're now spectral.
Anything else that was in here that I couldn't see with aura sight now that I'm in the spectral realm?
No.
Okay. That's reassuring. Mostly because I didn't want to see something just chilling there looking at me.
Yeah, nothing else.
Okay. I go through that wall.
There are books, notes, notebooks. It's a little nook that you've never known about. She's never told you about.
They all look physical.
Yeah, they're all physical things. Yeah, this was an actual nook that she could access.
I look around first before looking at any of these, or trying to read what they say on the spines, or if anything's open, and see if there's a door somewhere or a switch on which side, so I can kind of maybe determine what side or where it might be.
There is on the back of the wall where you just came through, there is a symbol, and there is an inlet in the wall.
What is the symbol of?
It looks like it's kind of a twisting either rope or you might recognize it actually. Let's go ahead and have you roll. And you do get to use your ability for this because this is about finding what's hidden.
Okay. 67.
Okay.
It's under my soul and mind, but
Okay, so you vaguely remember seeing this symbol in that she probably had something on her person that would then activate it and allow it to open. It is magically sealed, this wall.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's no standard switch or anything like that.
Could be either breaking it physically or having whatever that pendant or item is. Okay.
Yeah.
I start looking around on those books first to see if there's anything like lying open. Is there a desk in here, or is it just like
There's a little
bookshelves?
desk in here, and yeah, there is a notebook lying open.
I
It's
look and see what it is.
leather-bound journal. It's a leather-bound journal of hers.
What is it open to?
It's open to today's journal entry this morning or last night's before she called you. Before she called you this morning, but after she called you last night at like 11 p.m. being like, guess what?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Oh God, I'm gonna need you to roll.
I'll slip that to a 24.
24. I don't think it matters what it says because your words, your eyes, you can only focus on my proxy, Theo. And something about that really troubles you. And I need you to roll one more time for me. And this is not something you can switch.
49.
What's your avatar stat?
51.
Oh boy. These desires you've had to save her at the risk of sacrificing everyone else, nobody else meaning anything to you, is that love? Or is it a spell?
Do I know that?
I think you know now, yeah.
I start thinking through the first time we met, the first time she talked about magic, the first time we did magic together, all those little moments. Every happy memory, every sad memory. Were there sad memories?
Go ahead and roll. This one you get to flip.
25, if it's flipped.
You can recall no sad memories. Aside from anything you've had in the last 8 years. And seeing her in her state, of course. But no, thinking back, no, you can't remember any sad memories. And as you are flipping through the pages of her journal, probably a little bit more feverishly now,
I want to go to the beginning.
Yeah, you can go to the beginning and you can read about how she met you, your first date. It's very hard to read because, like any relationship in its early stages, she was sort of flippant about it in the beginning. And then, yes, she does write about how there is promise and there is potential. She thinks she can trust you, and she thinks she can manipulate you. There are details about the spell, about how to make you a proxy. There are details about it succeeding.
Seeing this spell, seeing the components and everything, is that enough to know how to break it?
You remember a little bit about proxies.
I tried it.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
You want to know why. Now you know why it didn't work. You can't proxy a proxy. That's why it didn't work. You can't recall off the top of your head right now exactly how to break it, but it is possible you can break it. And Theo, I need you to roll one more time.
9.
You find something else in this journal. The ritual. You see the original that she's based it off of, and you find her notes describing what she thinks she can make it. The original ritual was something about the ability to change worlds, moving from reality to reality. And it was something only a secret group of people used. This book is not hers. This book is not yours. She has taken this book from somewhere. She talks about that as well. She talks about going to...
The book I have?
The book you have, that's right. She talks about finding out that her grandfather had sent her away as a kid. She writes in detail about watching Briar as a kid and like going to this cabin and finding this book in this cabin. Actually not in the cabin. She talks about finding it in a van that was parked outside the cabin and how she took it and how angry she was and how she was going to use it to exact revenge. And then that desire faded after a year or two. And then she went back to the book and found this ritual. And this ritual should allow you to switch from reality to reality, but with her abilities combined, she thought she could change it to allow herself to take power from herself in other realities into this one.
Kind of like the butterfly effect sort of thing.
Exactly. She writes about wanting to become an avatar and that this is her way to do it.
He was looking for something as he flips through and sees farther and farther, like, of all of this going along. And this one thing that he wants to know.
What do you want to know?
Did she ever care about him?
Go ahead and roll.
$75 and flip it to a 57.
She writes about you more like a pet.
A pet that's loved.
A pet that's useful.
Theo closes the book.
And we're going to switch scenes. And we're going backwards. So Briar and Emma. Ooh. You open, or the door opens, and Adisabella is standing right in front of you. And she seems a bit surprised to see you. What are you doing here?
Is Theo here?
No. Why are you looking for Theo?
You're not gonna like ask like, who are you?
I know who you are. Do you know who I am?
Yeah? I'm gonna like reach down and like wiggle my fingers to feel if Emma's still there.
I think Emma's still there. Emma, did you leave? Yeah, okay, she's still there.
Still there.
She's still there.
Horrifically silent.
I think this is a mistake. I'm gonna start backing up.
I don't know about that, Blair.
Yeah, I'm just looking for Theo. It just seems like he's not here right now, so I'll come back another time.
But you came all this way. You don't want to talk to me?
Why would I want to talk to you?
Roll.
$46.
Ooh, you rolled better than she did. You feel weird sort of mental probing happening right now.
Can I?
You have stopped it. You have blocked it. Yes, your roll beat hers, but you can feel it because she didn't roll as well.
I want to stay out of my head.
She's a bit surprised by that. What did you want, CK?
I wanted to try to sneak into her apartment while they're talking.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I totally sneak into the apartment while they're talking, and I'm gonna start sniffing around.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to smell Theo, see if it gets stronger if I'm in there.
It's faint. You can smell him in certain places. The kitchen by the coffee maker, the bedroom, if you go there, like you can smell him all over this apartment, but not strong like he's actually here.
Okay. I want to go. Does she have like a study? They have like a study.
They have like
a desk.
They do have an office kind of area with a desk, and there are books and things in there and notes and stuff.
I want to go in there and see if I see anything that looks like important.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Anything with a symbol on it, or like a big important looking book on her desk or something like that. Okay.
Oh,
I rolled a
my
9.
Fucking God, yeah. You see where your scent takes you. I can't fucking believe this. I'm sorry. For those listening, she rolled a 9. Okay. So you're like moving around. You can kind of smell him. You went to the kitchen. You kind of go into the study, but then your nose is kind of like pulled and you look over by the door, and where she is standing and speaking to Briar, thinking it's Blair, next to her looks like her bag. It looks like she's about to leave. And that bag smells really fucking powerful to you.
I'm gonna very silently pad up behind her and try to lift the bag with my mouth and back away with it, away
like
farther
back
from her.
into the apartment?
No, like out.
Okay.
Will she see it? She can't see me, right?
I mean, she can't see you, but she is facing the door. So if you...
Okay, I'm going to take it and book it out the door.
Okay.
As fast as I can.
So I need you to roll to be able to pick it up and take it.
Okay.
And then I need you to roll to book it. So the first one's going to be actually a soul roll, like anything magical, and then you're going to be rolling against your speed.
Against my speed, okay.
We really need some buses in the chat.
Yep, I need some buses. If you guys could light it up for me right now, that'd be really great. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, anxiety. I'm picking up the bag. Oh, I got a 30. I picked up the bag. Okay.
All right, roll to get out of there.
I have the really super powerful bag in my mouth. Here we go. I'm gonna roll. I rolled a 2. I'm fucking out of there.
Wow, okay.
That's my dog, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you for the bus fires.
Okay, so I would like narratively, because the only way for this to occur without her having noticed is some magical bullshit that did not occur. So, Briar, describe what it is like when you do distraction here. Because you see her pick up this bag and you see the floating bag. You don't see her, but you see the floating bag of contents. And she clearly is she's coming towards the door. So you've got to do something.
Why the fuck are you in my head? And I'm just going to start waving my arms at her.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So you like get up and wave your arms in her face, and Emma is able to, Lilith now is able to like book it out and down around the corner. I assume you don't go down the stairs. You just get out of sight. Emma, with the bag.
Yeah, I think I'd probably crouch down with the bag and then I'd wait for her to distract. And as I went by, I might try to like throw Adisa off, like bump into her and throw her on her feet a little bit.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's another roll.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, God. No, that's fine.
I mean, you don't have to bump into her, but.
Okay, then I don't want to.
Okay.
Let's not risk it. No,
I'm just giving you the opportunity to not bump into her.
Thank you. Nope. I just want to wait for a distraction.
Okay. Yep. So she distracts and you are able to dash out and dart around the corner and hide there without moving and making a sound with the bag. Briar, you have seen that she has taken this bag.
I'm
sorry. I asked you if you knew who I was. I know who you are.
Yeah, but why are you in my head? And I'm going to start putting my like hands by her face.
Weird
Do you
about
like
it.
This? Do you like this? I'm probing you.
Okay, well, no, of course I don't like it.
Then stay out of my head.
She laughs. This is what it could have been like. You know, that's what siblings do. You know, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. And she reaches out and she kind of like smacks you in the face a little bit.
Don't
but she's
fucking
laughing.
touch me. And I'm gonna like push her arm away. Maybe this is a conversation for another day, and maybe we can deal with it then. But I think I should go.
Okay, well, you know, I would love to talk to you and get to know you sometime, Briar. I have somewhere to go anyway, so today's not a good day for me either, but
Well, maybe not do that.
You will notice she said Briar and not Blair. And that is weird.
Apparently, you're not being fully honest with me, kind of like your boyfriend. So I'm gonna go. You take care of whatever you need to. Have a good night. And I'm gonna turn and walk away from her.
Oh my God. Okay, we actually have to switch scenes, but before we do that, I need Emma and not Emma. Well, yes, Emma. I need Emma and Briar to roll for initiative, please. And then we're gonna switch scenes.
I walked away from her.
Initiative.
Would you like to know the key word that you said? Your boyfriend. Your boyfriend has been talking to you. Yeah. Now she knows something's wrong.
But people say that though, like mocking, like your boyfriend.
Yeah, but why would Theo be talking to you? Why would Theo be lying and not being forthcoming to you? It tipped her off.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair. All right, go ahead and roll your initiative, and then we're going to switch scenes to Henry.
I got 18.
Yeah, 21.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Rolling initiative and then switching scenes defies everything.
I know. Deal with it. You just sit and stew.
I'm stewing.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'll split the party 3 ways next time, okay? I'm doing the best I can.
Hashtag blame Briar.
Yeah, no shit. She didn't leave the door open for us, so.
All right. We are now joining Henry. Henry, do you want to tell us how you're feeling right now?
Where do you want to be, like, after the scene is done or before, or
I'd
what?
say let's do both. I want to kind of know how you're feeling. We're not going to, those listening, we're not going to go into graphic detail about the scene, but I want to know what Henry is feeling before, and, you know, I want to know that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about right now.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and tell us what's it like, you know, as you're getting ready for this. Like,
So, Trick Magnum was born on this day. This is his birthday. He remembers it. Remembers the smell of the room. The room, it was a basement just like this. Well, not just like this, but it was close enough. And it smelled like sweat. It had that tang of sex in the air. Trick kept the first camera that he ever recorded his first scenes on. So before the scene starts, you see him in the basement closet, rummaging around through old boxes of stuff, different keepsakes and all kinds of different stuff, until he finds that old camera. It takes an extra second because he has to find the cord to plug into the wall because
the old ass cord. Yeah.
Batteries are not charged. So he finally finds it, gives the camera to Doug, looks around the basement, takes another few minutes to push the, because it's a nice big sectional, so he has to push one part of the sectional away, so it's just like a piece with 2 cushions and just a white wall background, and nothing else there. And as soon as he gets done pushing the part of the sectional into place, he turns around and looks at Doug, and it just feels right. It feels like an old basketball star coming back to his high school. Everybody's cheering for him. He went off and played a little bit in the majors, and became a pro for a little while. But he comes back to his high school and you hear the crowd cheering. He's a hero. It feels like home. And you see like Trick look down and then just smirk to himself. And he looks up at Doug, says, "I'm gonna call action. And then you'll know when to cut. You ready? Let's go."
So my questions for you, Trick, are what does it how does it make you feel during? Do you think about why you're doing this during, or do you just kind of lose yourself in the moment of what's happening? Are you constantly thinking about, no, I was here and doing this? Is it very mechanical? Are you trying very hard to make sure it was exact?
Yeah, the mind is more on the remembering how this went the first time, getting everything precise.
Okay.
Because there's no joy in what I'm doing. There is, it's like trying to deconstruct a math problem.
Okay.
My hand was here. I looked at the camera then. I remember this was the look on my face. This is where I asked the director what to do. Do you want me to keep going? Where do you want my eye line to be? Listening to the director telling me to just feel it. You're doing great. Giving me like the boost that directors do.
So while you're doing this, Trick, every time you say to yourself, my hand was here, I was doing this, the more meticulous you are, you feel a thrill of power. The longer this goes, the more accurate you are, the stronger you are becoming.
I think I feel the call of the ritual of it.
Yes.
It's not about sex. It's not about anything other than the power I will receive, the reward at the end, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And then my mind not drifts, but underneath it all, there's thoughts of Lilith and how what I'm doing is not just for me, but it's for us.
Okay. What does that do for you mentally?
It strengthens my resolve, my determination, my attention to detail, the meticulous nature in which I'm trying to perform this, because I've never had children, but I imagine it's similar when you have to think about not only yourself, but how are you going to care for the people you love.
I need you to roll for me.
$53.
So you notice probably about midway through that you don't have to tell Doug what to do anymore. He's just doing it. Your abilities, your power that is coming up from this ritual is seeping back into itself. And you are sort of controlling Doug and how he feels, and his face is moving to how you want it to move. His expression is changing. How does this feel? Does this feel good?
It's kind of like the first time that you have, when you lose your virginity to somebody who is similarly unskilled. There's a lot of nervousness and fumbling, but eventually you sort of get into the rhythm. And Doug, like, I remember we were coming to a part of the shoot where the original filmer Phil. Right, Phil, right?
Yeah, it was Phil. Yep.
Yep. His real name is Phil. His Richard Hanger. He actually came down and went in for a close-up. And I didn't have to tell Doug to do that.
No.
Doug just knew. And it's like,
he doesn't, it's very clear. Doug doesn't know. He's just doing.
Right.
And you are controlling it, and you know that. Like, you going, here's next, this is next. It's more like he is a puppet in this moment. He's still there, but the ritual has taken over, and you both are reliving this moment. You are reenacting it. You don't have to try to remember anymore either. You just do what it is that you need to be doing.
It does feel strange to feel like I'm in control of somebody else. It's not necessarily a good feeling to have my powers dominate someone else's will. But
he was willing to be a part of this ritual.
I mean,
yeah,
but he's moving without me having to tell him.
Yeah.
Because he's under my power. Is that kind of what I'm feeling?
Yes, but it's not like, I want to be very clear. It's not you puppeteering and controlling him and dominating him. He is still, it's just more like you're both, this ritual magic has taken over, and you just know what you have to do before anybody tells you. Like, he just reaches out because he was supposed to reach out. Doug probably thinks he wants to reach out and touch you. He thinks he's probably caught up in the moment. He doesn't know this is what I have to do, but he just does what he needs to do, and you're aware of that. But you're also very acutely aware that it is the power of this ritual. It is everything that you guys are doing that is leading to this moment, and it gets easier and easier and easier the longer you go on in this act for you to remember what it is that you were supposed to do, and eventually it gets to the point where you don't have to try to focus on it and remember it either. You just do what it is that you need to do. It is the ritual itself that is consuming both of you.
And as we come to the climax, after that part is completed, I remember exactly like sitting there, spent, but like I had accomplished something. Like some door had opened.
Oh yeah.
And I remember looking up. I looked directly in the camera. Was that all right, Mr. Hanger?
Can you roll two things? The eeny meeny roll.
Okay.
And then go ahead and roll a 1d10 for me.
Eeny meeny.
Yep.
Is it 2?
Okay.
And roll 1d10?
Yep.
Okay. 7.
You have just gained 7 minor charges from this act.
Okay.
And this is the...
This was, I don't mind getting minor charges for this particular thing.
Yeah.
This is a reenactment.
You will get significant,
If we can do the next one, I'm hoping to get...
Well, actually, it's the whole thing. We'll have you roll when you're done.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
So
okay.
after the... Do you break or do you go straight in now that you've built up this power? Because I'll tell you, now that you're in the moment of the ritual, if you break, you'd have to rebuild this up again. You will get more reward if you just continue. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
okay.
I
thought can't pause a magic ritual and then go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And I beforehand, I would have like written down what Richard said, during our shoot, which is not
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
but I would have written down like lines for him
Yeah.
to either look at like cards or memorize them or whatever. I'm not sure if he needs them now. I'll let you decide that.
No,
But-
he doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't needed anything since about midway through.
Because this is exactly how it happened when it happened.
Yeah.
The first scene was done. And
then he asked you, right?
Richard-
And then it went
yes.
straight in. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we went straight in, and he actually offered me Cialis or Viagra or whatever.
Yeah.
And I told him, I don't think I need it.
Okay. I need you to roll 3 times for me.
Okay.
Regular rolls.
58, 37, 63.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your D10 for me twice now.
Okay. 9, 5.
You get 5 more minor charges, and you get 9 significant charges.
Jeez, amizo. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I have a question for you, Trick or Henry.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a lot more if you take them from Doug. You realize Doug is a magic user in this moment. This whole ritualistic act has made you realize that. You can just take a little from his reserve. He probably won't notice.
I mean, my instinct is saying don't.
Who's
It's not-
yours or Trick's?
Trick.
Both? Okay.
Trick's not a thief. But to notice that I can do that is something I'll definitely keep in my back pocket just in case. And I like once our session is complete for the night or for this time, I look at Doug. We're both like just sweaty and just breathing hard. And I kind of, we both just kind of sit on the carpet. There's more to you than meets the eye, isn't there, Doug?
He smiles at you, and you can see it's like he's double exposed. His face, you can see when he smiles at you for a second, you see him like sobbing and weeping at the same time, like his 2 faces.
Where did you come from?
I don't think that matters much. You didn't think to wonder why I look just like Phil?
Didn't even cross my mind. Thought I just got lucky. But I should know by now. No one gets that lucky.
Face begins to shift, and suddenly you are staring at yourself.
That's a neat trick,
Yeah, I got a few of my own
so to speak.
tricks. I'm on a tight schedule, though. This was fun.
Is your name even Doug?
He smirks at you. You can leave a Doug in your phone, and you can call me Doug. Your name's not really Trick. Come on now.
Fair enough. So, you got another name? You know what I mean.
just to be clear, are you asking for his bar name?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. I need you to roll. Try to convince me.
I will try to convince him. 25 underneath 30, which is my convince skill.
They call me the YouTuber. I didn't pick it.
We often don't. Sometimes they pick us. They call me the Paramour.
I like yours better. Pleased to meet you as well, Paramour. I'll happily help you again if you need.
Don't forget your payment on the way out.
Oh, I won't.
I reach out my hand to shake his.
He will shake hands with you. In this moment, you will learn something new, Trick. When you shake hands, there is a magical exchange that happens. It allows you to read each other's auras. So he hesitates for a moment when you hold out your hand to shake, but he goes to shake the hand. Go ahead and roll.
65.
I
don't know if it mind or soul or speed or whatever, but
it's soul, but you'll know this now because this is part of being a magic user. That's what this exchange just was. When you shake hands with another magic user, if they are open and they don't have any like barriers between you and them, it allows you to read each other. And that's what he did. He extended his hand to you and allowed you to read him. Okay. I'm going to say a word that doesn't occur to Trick, so you will interpret it however, but just so that I am clear and, you are clear, Zeke, he's a persona-mancer.
Okay.
So you can interpret that and figure out what you think that means, face changer, personality changer, that kind of thing. But that's what you've gathered from him. So you get snips of him, as a newscaster. You've seen him as a politician. You've seen him as a her. You've seen him as a they. Like you see in a quick moment, you get a really good feel for who Doug is. Obviously his name's not Doug.
Right.
But that's what happens there.
And as we're shaking hands and this is happening, I don't try and hide like my surprise at this. Like, this is the first time this has happened.
Oh. Your first handshake?
How could you tell?
You gotta, maybe be a little bit more careful. Learn how to get some barriers up so people can't read you like an open book. I appreciate that you were honest with me.
Thank you, Doug.
No problem.
I'll be in touch.
You take care now, Trick.
You too.
And he will leave.
And this is, as he's leaving, Trix gets up, puts on his pants, and then sits on the couch.
Downstairs, or do you go upstairs?
Yeah, no, not just downstairs.
Okay.
And just sits there and tries to think of the last time he made a friend. Been a while. And it makes him feel better than he's felt in a long time.
Do you stay down here, or do you go upstairs with Brian and Echo?
I go to the guest bathroom down here. It's got a small stand-up shower. Probably goes in there and takes a shower.
Ah, okay. Ooh. What are you thinking about in the shower?
This is the time where I'm actually really thinking about why my connection with Lilith is gone.
Okay.
And I'm trying to I probably take some time to try and reach out and see if I can
give
her a mental phone call or something.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. 12.
Yes, you can. For the sake of a timeline, Emma.
Yes.
Oh boy. I gotta think about when this happened. Geez, I don't think it's happened yet. We'll revisit it. How's that? Is that okay? We'll revisit your call to her after her thing.
Yeah. Oh,
her encounter. Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
We are going to switch scenes to upstairs.
Whoops.
Where
That message wasn't for you. I
okay.
meant to message someone else privately.
Sorry. That's all right. Okay. So upstairs. What have you guys been doing?
I'm sitting on the floor next to the door down to the basement, kind of listening. I've got one of the dogs just laying down next to me at this point, just scritching a little place between its ears, between its eyes. And kind of puzzling over how to feel about this and glancing across at Brian to see what he's doing.
I'm probably actually kind of sitting near the kitchen counter, looking over and looking back at Echo and seeing that she's listening or trying to listen, I'm guessing, to the basement door. So obviously she's probably curious. Is that what I'm assuming? Is that what it looks like, Echo?
You'll have to tell me. Yeah, she's kind of easy to read with most things, but there are so many different thoughts going through her head at the moment. I don't think you could really latch onto one of them. But she looks sometimes a little flustered, sometimes a little...
What's the facial expression you have on right now?
Yeah.
What would you describe?
I can't describe it. It's like a cross between being confused, interested, and having a puzzle you can't solve.
Okay.
Intrigued is a good way to describe that.
Intrigued. Okay. I'm thinking about that and knowing she's kind of newer here, and that's kind of being thrown to the deep end, thinking about sex and porn. Like, that's a whole different world. I try to strike up just a conversation to kind of change the topic. The pug right there, that type of dog, that's actually a very ancient breed.
Oh?
Yeah. Yeah, they go back to like, what was it, 400 BCE or something like that. Like an ancient like Chinese breed of dog, yeah. A lot of people think it's a newer breed, but no, that's pit bulls and bulldogs and stuff like that. They're the newer ones that are kind of having issues, but that dog's been around since pretty much the beginning. It's an ancient one.
Particular dog?
No, not that particular one. No, just the breed, the style of dog. Very old. Yeah.
Mm.
My daughter, she was obsessed with dogs. Obsessed. She wanted a puppy so bad, and she was so meticulous. Tidy girl too. Reminds me of this house, actually. Her bedroom was like a lot like this house. Like everything had its place. Everything was clean. We never had to clean her room. Never had to tell her to do anything. She just took care of everything herself. We don't know where she got it from, because my wife and I, we were not like that.
No?
We kind of we just bounced through life moment by moment and just saving the details and leaving the wreckage behind us. But her, not her. She never did that. And to the point of where she actually made a scrapbook. Well, not a scrapbook, really, but more like a breakdown business meeting with like even like pie charts of happiness to dog ratio. She showed all these different breeds that she was selling it so hard. I remember it too, because I was looking in the back of my head like, yeah, we could probably get one. I was gonna probably give her one on her 14th birthday, but yeah.
I look like suddenly like something's hit me in the chest. and I look about and look back at him with this kind of sympathetic, like sad expression. And I'm trying to make my face do the right things to match the story he's telling, but my head's all over the place.
What's wrong?
Nothing, just movie on repeat again.
Repeat?
Mm.
What do you mean? I kind of actually sit down beside her on the ground, rips at the door with the dog, and just start petting the pug as well. Curious to what she means.
Well, you knew her as Izzy, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I remember it's all mixed up, and it's kind of hard to get a grip on, but I get these, I don't know, flashes, or like somebody's just put one scene from a movie on and I can't really control it.
You ever thought about trying to control it?
I'm not even used to explaining things. I don't know how I don't know how you do that.
Well, Izzy was pretty good at helping people control their problems. Or at least trying to fix and alleviate or get over them. Maybe there's something in there that you can dig out and use yourself.
Maybe. I don't know, it's this is all a big adjustment. And I kind of look at the door down to the basement and kind of bite my lip, not sure how to explain any of this because I'm not used to explaining anything.
What are you thinking about right now?
Shouldn't say. It's Izzy had this thing. This
Just you, me, and the bug. Go on.
Izzy had a therapy thing. She used to say, it's not my secret to tell. It feels like the confidentiality thing isn't just for therapists. I don't know.
You know, sometimes it's good to be open about stuff like this. Get it off your chest. Have someone listening. She did that a lot for me. That's a lot of what therapy is. It's just having someone listen. But if you don't want to share, I mean...
Where are you sitting right now?
Just on the ground right beside you against the wall.
Okay. I think she would be so much better suited to this situation, to all of this. I feel like I'm in, like I've been made wrong. Like it's, God, I wish I could put you in my head so you could hear it.
Made wrong. Nah. You were made perfect. Well, here's why. The most fragile and happy people destine themselves to live lives in a constant reminding themselves that they're happy. You just came out of nowhere. And the amount of joy that you had with you, this fresh experience in your past is nothing but, from what I can understand, is just fragments of someone else. They're not even yours. Everything is new to you. You got
everything and nothing. Me is new. I don't know how to explain it. You're so used to hearing your thoughts.
You is new. Whatever there was before, gone. Fragments. Just little collections of thoughts. Forget them. not everybody has the luxury to dump their past.
But that
You
one was,
do, because it wasn't your past.
no, that was hers. But
Exactly. Hers.
we,
Not you. You're your own person. Why are you hanging on to someone else's stuff?
it's not just hers. Where I used to be, I didn't need to explain. And it was warm and easy. And I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to be useful.
You're useful more than you know. I'm thinking about her just for how pure she is, and she didn't have any baggage behind her like other people have their whole lives. So she's got this opportunity that, as myself as a person, never had. You're more useful than you possibly could imagine. Trust me. I look at you and I see my daughter. She was so pure. I'd missed that so much. The curiosity the kids had. Everything was new and fresh. No sadness, no stress. No loss. Believe it or not, you have it really good. And you should live it. You should live it fully. You're your own person now, and you should just go and explore. Live life. Don't let these other people drag you in and pull you down.
I'm getting these flashes in my head of memories that Izzy saw of the blood on the bedspread and of his daughter giggling and dancing around in the yard, and of a night she regretted, and of everything she doesn't want this to be. And seeing Izzy trying to deal with what he was going through over and over and over again, trying to find the right way to do it, and she never did. And just fall and hug him as fast as I can. Just
I'll hug her back too.
Echo.
Everything's good. Everything's all right. Snowflakes are one of the most fragile things in nature, but when they're together, they make something so special.
You don't have to be helpless like me. Why are you doing it?
I just see a chance. I don't know. Sorry, I don't even know why I'm breaking down. I just see a second chance. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, maybe.
I really want to hug
Sorry
now.
I took that. Hmm?
Echo?
Hmm.
I need you to roll for me.
Okay. Private?
Public's fine. How do you feel about what he said about a second chance and all this baggage and memories that you're carrying from somebody who you're not?
don't think he understands what I was talking about. I don't see Izzy's memories as baggage anymore. They're useful. But being on my own is not something I'm used to, and I suppose in my logical brain, which is all I had before, was it seems like a transferable thought process. Like I could use that for what I'm experiencing. It doesn't have to be about the same thing. Maybe he doesn't need to understand, but there's something about what Izzy could do that I wish we could. She'd just be so much more useful. It's so strange to be in this situation and be able to see those things and not do it.
Well, thank you for that very accurate description of imposter syndrome. Holy shit. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to know where you were, and I think where you're at mentally is that you kind of feel a little helpless and a little more on the worthless side, and why am I here instead of Izzy? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, it's been said as much over and over, and the only things that people have hinted at that I could potentially be useful, I've got no forward road for, except something I'm really worried about trying out. And these flashes of memories are not helping. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to having to remember things. It's all just so different. And I don't think I anticipated that.
Welcome to being human. We're gonna switch scenes. Emma and Briar.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Okay, I have to roll my initiative here.
Hold on, let me go pee first.
Oh my god! Wait.
I'm just kidding.
Can you guys see this? Can you see what I rolled?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it up. Watch. Can you see that 00? And can you see that 1? Oh no!
Oh, that's you rolled for them.
That's what I rolled for Adisa's. Yeah.
That's what I meant for the bad guys.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
As you should be. All right. So you don't hit Adisa, but what happens is Briar says, you know, your boyfriend is hiding things from me, essentially. What did you say? Do you remember exactly what it was that you said?
I think I said, why don't you just go talk to your boyfriend?
I think you said, I see you're lying to me, or you're hiding things just like your boyfriend.
Oh,
yeah. That's what you said. And then she was like, all right. Yeah, sorry. It's a crit success for what I'm about to do, not initiative. Okay. So, Briar, please roll to dodge.
But 100's bad.
100 is, I rolled 001 as in 1%, not 100.
Oh.
Yeah. I rolled a critical success.
I got a 78.
Okay. You are flung back against the railing, and you are actually going to topple all the way down. It's 5 floors, correct? That's 5 fucking floors you're going to tumble down. So you're going to take some serious damage. a lot of pain. So you're feeling some bones break as you come down these stairs. That's the stairwell.
Okay.
And you land and you hit the ground, and the wind is knocked out of you for a minute. Emma, what do you do? It is very clear, like you see this happen. Adisa just goes like this, and Briar goes tumbling back over the stairs. Adisa doesn't seem to notice you, though.
Where am I? How far did I get away?
So when all you did was turn the corner so that she didn't see you. So you were still relatively close to Briar.
I'm going to run down to Briar to make sure she's okay.
Okay, are you taking the bag with you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yikes.
Okay.
95.
You're a dog. I think it's silly narratively for a dog to not really be able to do this. So I am going to say that in your fervor, though, and in your excitement, you grab the bag and you know, maybe trip, and you're going to skid down the stairs with this bag. And Adisa is going to notice you. She does notice the bag dragging by with that 95.
Okay.
And you do hear footsteps coming down the stairs after you. You are also racked with pain as you stumble down the stairs and you break through a railing, and then you fall the rest of the 3 floors. Like you skid down and trip with the bag down 2 flights of stairs, and then you're going to fall the other 3 after you break the barrier and railing, and you land very, very close to Briar, who is breathing but struggling a bit.
Okay, do I still have the bag?
You do still have the bag. Contents, however, let's see. Roll the eeny meeny for me. Two means you lost some stuff.
Where's my eeny meeny? I've never rolled an eeny meeny.
Oh, so on the gear tab.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, not the gear. The 3 little like the notebook one. You should see eeny meeny. Just go ahead and click in bar.
There it
and then
is.
go ahead and
Okay.
roll that.
All right, eeny meeny, here I go.
Yeah, just for transparency. 1.
A
Okay, the
1.
bag manages to stay closed, and you're able to, like, it's nearby. Nothing seems to have fallen out.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stand up if I'm physically. Am I like? I don't think I'm harmed, right? I don't know if I can get harmed.
Well, you are. You took some damage out of breath.
Okay.
You definitely with the 95, you got fucked. Yeah, you can still get up.
Okay.
It takes you less time to recover than it does Briar.
Okay, I'm gonna start nudging her with my nose, even though
Okay.
she can't see me, and like moving her body around and trying to see if she'll get up.
Okay. Go ahead.
And maybe crying.
You guys have a round to do something before Adisa will come down the stairs and catch up with you. Just because we haven't done a lot of combat, I'm letting you know that's how
Okay.
it would go down. So you have 1 action each, pretty much, to do something.
Okay.
Briar, do you know what you want to do?
So where is she at? Is she just
She's
coming
at
down
the
the
top of the
stairs?
stairs, and now she's coming down the stairs because she's seen the bag. You can hear her. You can hear her running down the stairs.
I'm gonna try to open the veil so that Emma can drag me into it.
Okay. Curtain or veil?
I want to get out of this timeline and into the veil and close it behind me.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, buses.
64.
Okay, what is your soul stat?
65.
Okay. This is really dangerous because it's a just pass. So think of it as scaling success to just failing. So why don't you go ahead and describe how you barely are able to fucking open this veil before she comes down the stairs?
I'm like, the wind's knocked out of me, so I'm just panicked, and I can't see Emma, but I know she's there. So I'm trying to conjure this thought, and it's just panic, and trying to also use my words to explain to Emma, I'm gonna open it, and I need you to let me in. And then as I'm reaching back so I can try to open it for her, but it's very painful.
Yeah, your
and
fucking
so
arm's bent the wrong way. So you're kind of like, Yo.
And I'm trying to weigh all my options, but this is the only thing. So it's just very panicked and chaotic. But that I feel it behind me, and I feel like a rush of calm, and I just throw it open and hope that Emma knows that it's time.
What do you do, Emma?
I'm gonna throw the bag in her hand and clamp my jaws down on like her trapped shoulder, so I know no clothes are gonna rip, nothing. I'm gonna break the skin and just yank her into the curtain as fast as I can.
So we as an audience will see teeth marks appear on Briar's, like right near her collarbone. It's almost like you purposefully hooked her right under there to know, well, she's coming with me because I can get my teeth around the bone. She probably erupts out in a cry because it's very painful, and she is dragged invisibly through this veil that she has opened.
And I'm gonna shut it as soon as I get through.
I need you to roll to see if you can, because you rolled just under your ability. I'm going to see if you have the ability to do this before she catches up to you.
I'm trying to seal it.
Yep.
3.
Oh, yes! What the fuck? Okay, so in my brain, I was like, it's got to be under 10 or Adisa's going to get one final hit, and she rolled a 3. So, wow, just what the fuck? Okay.
Can you slam an astral curtain?
Yeah, like, holy shit. It just like, so what we see is as Briar is being like these teeth have clamped into her and she's being dragged across, she's like screaming out in agony, and she just like puts her hand up, locks eyes with Adisa as Adisa is coming down the stairs. Adisa raises her hand, fury all over her face. She knows that you have her bag, and Briar just waves a hand and the curtain fucking closes in front of Adisa.
I'd flip her off too right before.
So you'd be like, flipping her the bird. All right, and then the curtain closes. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Yeah. I was going to say, it better fucking, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my
How
God.
did we get away? How?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mangled.
I don't know. Yeah, she's in serious trouble. Also, I saw somebody in the chat ask a question that I will answer just because it's part of the system. Somebody asked if Briar would get charges for that. It's actually putting yourself purposefully in a situation where you know you are going to either, live or die or get hurt. This was an accident that she cannot take advantage of, unfortunately. That's usually how that goes. Yeah, but that's okay. That happens. I'm actually shocked that that's how that went down, but how we feeling?
Lucky. I want to go buy a lottery ticket.
Crazy fucking episode, you guys. I thank you for being so amazing while we hopped into 3 different sets of people for an entire episode. Holy shit. Should we do some shout outs?
Can you give me a second?
Yeah.
Just a hot second.
I feel like so much was revealed and happened based on roles in this episode. Like Theo, my God.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a big chunk of story that just kind of landed on us.
Because he rolled a 3.
That's a big.
I was expecting that to not come out probably ever, or if so, at the very, very end. But yeah, no, he rolled a 3. So. Yep.
Okay.
Well, that happened.
Whoa.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the conversation between, obviously selfishly between me and the professor, but him and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It'd be a rough one.
I just gotta like push him out of the hatred hole and push Adisa into it, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll
So
see.
mental.
We'll see.
Yeah. Whew.
Okay. I can do shout outs.
Bloody Americans. Somebody's got to be to blame. Meh, meh, meh.
What? That's not American. That's human nature. Come on.
That is human nature, I think. Don't you? Maybe not.
The Brits will just think it. They won't say it.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's fine. Thanks so much.
It's fine. Thanks so much. Fuck
Yeah.
you. That's basically what that is. Fuck you.
How
Like a
you guys
marshmallow with a
conquered half the
flavor
world,
in it.
I'll never know.
Oh God. So much to say, but I'm going to shut my mouth. So, who would like to start with shout outs? Should we go in reverse order this time? Let's start with Emma. Yeah, let's start with Emma, aka CK.
Hey there.
Who is? Where are you right now? In case you guys
I'm
didn't
in
know.
England.
Specifically,
I'm in Millie's house.
would you guys like to switcheroo?
Oh my God, should we?
Yeah, totally
Here I come.
switcheroo.
Here I come.
You don't need to switch. Just just join each other.
Yeah.
We already had enough of that this episode.
Yeah, no kidding. Fucking hell.
Don't split the party.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Yay!
Hey, everybody. Are we both in?
Nocturne bringing
Yeah,
everybody
just I'm here
together.
on twitch.tv. Oh, there. There?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say now. I played Emma. I fucking found a decibel with
Yeah.
my nose.
I
I'm
was
feeling pretty badass and invincible right now.
Yeah. I mean, wait, can I
That was
ask you
awesome.
a question? I just want to know as PB, what do you think is in that bag?
I honestly, no idea. I think it's going to be like important spells or something that might be able to help Theo. That's my idea. I have no idea.
I honestly gotta.
Really? It was that or kill Adisa or try, and that seemed safer.
I got a picture of like the Big Lebowski, and Walter is like, "It's the ringer, dude. My dirty undies, the whites."
Yep. We're gonna open it up. It's gonna be like her lunch.
Oh God.
Just a sandwich.
I just needed a
ham
tuna sandwich, okay?
Theo sandwich. Like that's why I smelled Theo.
Yeah. There's body parts in there. There's
Oh,
Theo's
God.
body. That's what
Dead
I think.
in this timeline. He's lunch.
Oh, you found her boyfriend.
Yeah.
This is the leftover beer.
You better
bit.
talk to your boyfriend. She just pulls his head out of a bag. Like, yeah. What do you think about
Theo,
that,
hello.
Theo? Yeah.
Hello there.
Good God. All right. Jesus. All right. KPP.
I'm Katie Peters Plays. I played Briar for you today. Causing trouble by accident. I'm just glad I'm alive. So yeah, I stream on my channel. I won't be around this weekend, but I'll be back Sunday for Dying Order with PB, the new D&D show on here on Table Story. And yeah, I'll be doing a charity stream next Tuesday if anybody wants to watch. It's gonna be really cool.
Great
So,
job on the new show, by the way.
Oh,
thank you.
Good
It's
dog.
it's been fun to do something a little different and maybe not so aggressive all the time as me, Briar.
I love aggressive Briar, though.
She curses a lot, which is like
Yeah.
one of the only areas on Twitch that I can actually curse. So
Yeah. I would
pretty
just,
fun.
I would love, I never asked specifically for fan art, so I'm not actually asking, but I'm just saying I would love an actual comic strip of that last moment where you're like waving and just, you know, you're being dragged and you're flipping Adisa off and she's like angry and you're just like defiantly
My
fuck
bent
you.
arm.
Yeah, yeah, with your other arm all fucked up. Yeah, like just fuck you. I'm destroyed, but you know what? I got one over on you. That was really good.
But yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Like in that Keanu Reeves movie where he's playing that demon hunter and he's getting dragged up to heavens. He just puts the finger at
Yeah,
Satan on
yeah,
his way up.
Constantine.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Constantine,
Yeah, it's so good. It's amazing. All right, Pax, you're up.
Hi, I play Brian's, plural. You can find me at twitch.tv/ClassicPax. A lot of stuff around the bend here. Tomorrow, Borderlands with Bike, Gassy, and Cletus. Tonight, not too sure yet. War Thunder got a massive content update. There's also GTA. I've been playing this new character named David, who's played Stanley Parable.
I have.
Yeah. You know what that's about, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of the same concept. So I switched between this narrative of his life as he's walking around in the world, and then he's like the most mundane and boring person ever. And then just basically the chat controls what he does.
That's
I have up
so
on screen pop
amazing.
up a yes and a no or an A and a B, and then I just find out what chat's saying the most of, and we just do that.
That's
It's so
amazing.
good.
So good.
It just dragged me along with the this concept. It's been a lot of fun. We did one stream with it, and I'm gonna probably give it another whirl again. It was a lot of fun. I want to kind of see how deep down the rabbit hole we can go with this character, or how much chat's gonna get him into trouble.
That's amazing. That sounds incredible. So if you guys want to be like mini GMs, basically, of David, go hang out with Pax. Control where David goes and what he does.
Almost got laid in 2 hours.
Of course.
Yes,
It was
boy.
interesting. It was interesting. I was in an apartment of some woman. She was dressed in lingerie. Does this make me look fat? And then I had to put up yes and no on my screen.
Oh no.
The first time they asked, that's how I got into her bedroom the first time. Like, do I look fat too? And I'm like, and then yes and no, I put it on my screen and the chat's like, yes. And I'm like, oh God. Like, you look like a healthy thing.
Oh!
And so she took me to her apartment. She stripped down to her underwear. Does this make me look fat? And I'm like, but I'm back up on the screen. They said no that time, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Dan, you're up.
Hi there, I'm Domestic Dan. You
sorry.
didn't see me too
You're
long
a
on
sandwich
the show
now.
today, but I feel like I learned a lot.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't have suspicions of anything like this ever.
Did
Not
you
as
though?
Theo, at least.
I am curious. Did you kind of have an idea?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. That makes me feel way
As
better.
a player, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, Theo had no idea. That's part of the whole thing. But God, I felt so badly during that scene. I felt terrible. I was like, I'm sorry. And then the whole,
Sorry for asking the questions you didn't want me to.
Yeah, I was like hoping I would skirt by without that. And then you asked me, and I'm like,
Nope.
do I lie to make him feel better? And then I was like, no, I can't. Your fucking roles were to discover what she's hiding, the truth. So I'm like, I'm always like, do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know the truth? Well, yeah, you wanted to know the truth, so I had to fucking do it. Jesus.
Yep. But yeah, Domestic Dan, cooking streamer, variety caster, all that fun. I'm making curry after this because I need some comfort food. So that's what I'll be streaming after this because food is delicious and it doesn't lie to you.
Oh.
What you hurt you?
Or cast magic spells on you to make you. Yeah.
I mean, the smell of good food can kind of be like magic. So
you're gonna go make some magic? A ritual of your own?
Today we're having buttered chicken with a side of regret.
Oh God. Oh God.
And for an appetizer, we'll have some shrimp cocktail with nostalgic longing.
You're just like weeping into the shrimp.
It's so good, and I know it's not nice to me.
And I'll never have it this good again. Fuck nostalgia.
You're like an abused puppy. You just keep coming back.
Aw.
for more.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Oh God. All right, Zeke, you're up.
What up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on A Table Story. My name is Ezekiel III. You can find me at /Ezekiel_III. Thank you to everyone for being a part of this. It's exhausting every time, and in the best of ways. Yeah, this is some of the best role playing I've ever been a part of, and I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I'm grateful you guys are here to watch it. Fun thing coming up tomorrow for me. If you want to join me, I'll be broadcasting at noon Pacific at my usual time. However, at 6 p.m. Pacific time to 8 p.m. Pacific time, say bye-bye to the beard.
Oh!
That's right.
Why is everybody shaving themselves?
Join me.
I like the beards.
I'm doing a hashtag sponsored broadcast by Braun Shavers, and Braun has been very generous in sponsoring the shaving of the beard, and there will be a poll up for those last 2 hours of my broadcast to decide which style of beard you would like me to have. All of it will be trimmed, but we will have 3 choices: the circle, so all the way around, the handlebar, or the mutton chops with the stash.
Oh, I was gonna.
All right.
That's what I want. I want that
Yeah,
one.
I want the mutton chops. I
Civil
think.
War
I
General.
was going to ask if you
Yeah.
could do the Henry cut because Henry's got a short, close-shaved beard, but I think the mutton chops might be.
Mutton chops are the clear favorite. I announced it on Drop Frames today, and they're the clear favorite. But we all know how people
Never know. Voting.
how people
could-
react to clear favorites.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, that's the favorite. I'm voting for the other thing. So
Yeah.
if you want to vote, there will be a vote for the last 2 hours of the broadcast. I will have a friend over named Wendy. She's been on the show before. She goes by Caramels on Twitch, but she will be here to shave me. She will be doing the shaving, so I don't have to do it in a mirror or whatever. So she'll be doing the whole thing, and then maybe if I'm lucky after the broadcast, she'll shave me other places. But that's you don't need to know about that. Kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't want to vote on that. I don't want to vote on any of that.
Are there styles for there too?
Mutton chop.
Like a little heart or a lightning bolt or something?
Lightning bolt, an arrow, down votes.
Elephant ears.
Down votes. Could you imagine just undressing and someone's got a fucking arrow? What is that? Oh, it's my down votes. Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, Zeke.
I'd like to say that I haven't seen that before, but I actually have.
Oh,
I've seen hair shaved in an arrow form. Hello, children.
Well, yeah, in an arrow form, but for somebody to be like, it's downvoted anyway.
Well, if it was like a Facebook thumb and it was down, it'd be different. But yeah, anyways, if you want to tune in for the shaving stream, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow Pacific time.
I think we have a little guest with us.
Hello, little classy.
I'm so glad he doesn't have headphones.
You're gonna be so tall.
You're not gonna say hi? Want to say hi to everybody? Can you say everything comes at a cost? No? Okay. There you go. All right. Love you.
Oh, that's adorable. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare him away, but...
He's in a ballerina dress right now. He's doing his thing.
Hell yeah. Be your dancer self, brother.
You dancing tonight? Yeah?
Dance with us.
Big show. Okay, I'll be at your big show soon. All right.
Ooh.
He's putting on a show. He's got
Okay, all right. Well, you
right.
best not be late. So, Millie, I believe you are last but certainly not least.
Hello. I'm Amelia Tyler. I am a voice actor for video games, and now I do this thing, and this one's with me. And we've been doing England. We met a bird today and ate scones. It's been very English.
Very, very English.
Terribly English.
And it was like 71 American degrees, which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was very strange and warm. I was hot. I sweated. I got a little burnt today. In England, I got sunburnt. I can't.
Yeah. It's been pretty cool.
It's been pretty cool.
So follow both of their Instagrams and their Twitter accounts, everybody, if you want to see more of their adventures together.
And subscribe to Table Story so they keep letting us do this.
Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. If you guys want, you can go to tablestory.tv/nocturne and you'll find all of everybody's social links, their links to their Twitch accounts, all that kind of stuff is there. Plus their cool little profile photos, which were used for the opening trailer and all that. And I am Pumpkinberry. I'm going to make this super fast because we have a dance that we cannot have PAX miss. So
it's a big show.
Yeah, it's huge. So I'm Pumpkinberry. I do stuff over on my channel, including tomorrow. I will usually do the Nocturne Recovery Room where we just recover from what just happened today. And if you have a Twitch Prime and you haven't used it yet, please consider dropping it on one of these amazing broadcasters.
Or here.
Or here if you'd like. You can also check out Table Story's Patreon at tablestory.tv/pledge. We got all sorts of cool stuff there for you. I look forward to Wednesday every week. I'm blessed with some very creative, imaginative... What? Can you hear me?
No, he can't hear you.
Okay. It's like, I'm blessed with some very creative and imaginative people that I trust to just know that I can go places and they will meet me where I am, and that they know they can go places and I will meet them where they choose to be with their characters. And it means a lot to me. So you guys are great, and please go throw them some love. Today's episode
We love
was
you,
insane.
Phoebe. Thanks for putting up with our nonsense.
We love you.
And I'll see you guys next week because this episode was fucking crazy. He can't hear me. It's fine. God, okay. Right? All right.
You're good.
Okay, that's
Concentrate on the
it.
show.
Okay, we love you all, and we'll see you next week. Join our Discord. Talk to us. That's it.
You're
all I
good
got.
puppy.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Adisa, I'll save you from yourself.